Hello, welcome back to Tavern Talk. We're starting with the rainy day. The last time we played, I made some questionable choices, and hopefully it all works out. We're getting to the final battle now. And, oh my goodness! It updated for December. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it so much. Good morning, innkeeper. Good morning. How's your research going? Well, we did a lot of it. That sounds good. Yes. I can smell a breakthrough right around the corner. Archie, you seem a little less sure. Are you writing that down, Archie? What? No, of course not. No notes are being taken here. None. Archie, I told you already. I might be the bestest detective in Pessoa, but this might be the meeting of a lifetime. But the investigation has to come first. How are you going to have time to write a book about my detective career if the world ends in a few days? I mean, it won't, obviously, because our friends are super strong and awesome, and we're super smart and awesome. But we should still focus on backing them up. I'm sorry, seems I can't help but gather material. Even now, you're a very impressive detective, and I fear what will happen if I stop thinking about my books. Is this what I think it is, Detective Melina? I'm afraid it is. Excuse me? It's a severe case of nerves. Quick, innkeeper! Innkeeper, we need a remedy. Only your most revitalizing drink will do. Does the patient agree with their prescription? Really, it's not that serious. Thank you. Perhaps a cure that'll boost my toughness is just what I need. On it, patient 0. Hot chocolate. But it doesn't do what we want. Okay. Can I get creative? We could do steel tonic. Yeah, let's mix it up. Let's do it. So let's see. We need charisma, attack, and defense. That'll do. Okay, 1, 2, 3 of that. A little bit of this. Yes? No? A lot of that. Yeah. Ding. That is such a fun cup. May this drink not be one of your tougher challenges. This is excellent. I could write a novella about this superb taste alone. I really appreciate the effort to cheer me up. I suppose I've been worrying more than I realized. How can I repay? Rishmay, you shouldn't just bear your worries silently. I would accept an update on your research as compensation. Certainly, we are happy to oblige. I don't know why, when his music turns on, I know I develop a little bit of a accent or voice or whatever you want to call it. I thought my knowledge of tales and myths could serve us well in identifying another weapon to slay evil. So I questioned as many scholars and turned as many pages as I could. That sounds exciting. It might have been if I had managed to find even a hint of anything useful. Extralibri is nothing but a legend. What? The Lance of Lowingness might be real, but it proved impossible to trace its location. And don't even get me started on the history of the sword Balmer. My research ended in total failure. Don't say that. We wouldn't know that there aren't any other weapons if you hadn't looked. It just means we have to move our research focus to something else now. Like my investigation. Oh. Like I mentioned the other day, I really wanted to look into who this weird bad guy really is. With a plan like his, he can't just be some random nobody. His plan does have a certain je ne sais quoi. Archie, I like you and I don't like you sometimes. Je ne sais quoi. It's just so mustache twirling malicious. I bet he has a mustache. In any case, he must have left some traces that we can follow. And if we can figure out his real identity, we'll know his mortal weakness. Like a lover, like an old wound, like an old wound. Exactly. Someone who wears that much armor must have something underneath. So we'll just have to wait until he takes it off. Once he takes a bath, we should... Actually, I don't think this is a good idea after all. Still, Carolyn always says the more you know about your opponent, the easier the victory. But this guy's like a ghost. No one had seen hide nor hair of him before all this started. And here I thought armor like that would have made him super recognizable with the flowers and all. I did look up what some of them mean, the ones Clay was able to identify. There are petunias and marigolds which symbolize resentment, anger, grief, and mourning. So that told me absolutely nothing, besides that he's a bad guy with some big feelings about the world, duh. Then I got an idea. What about other well-known necromancers? Maybe we have a repeat offender on our hands. No one really seemed to fit, though. I was really, really close to ripping my fur out. But then I remembered all this stuff about the sigils. There actually was a necromancer that died when the portals opened. So I dug that file out of my pile, and yes, if the creation of the portals broke a sigil, then that can't just be a coincidence. Therefore, this necromancer from back then must have faked their death and rebranded themselves as the mustache-twirling, green-armored bad guy that we're facing now. Shouldn't you be doing the pointing thing now? I'm just not feeling it, Innkeeper. I know it doesn't add up, okay? I'm sorry, Archie. This isn't the revelation of truth that it should be. When you write your book, the detective should definitely be pointing at something. Pointing! Honestly, Melly, you are on the nose. Yes, I'll write that down. Good. Thunder! I can't believe we couldn't find anything. Shock. Shock! Who taught you that word, Melly? Wouldn't you like to know? Bet it was Carolyn. Oh well. What are you planning on doing now? We need a new perspective. Maybe there's something we haven't considered yet. That's why we brought some of our research materials with us. Wouldn't the library be better for this? Well, maybe, but there wouldn't be enough space to set up the conspiracy board. You brought the board here? Yep. Thanks for letting us set up here. Okay, I'll be in the back. Bye. I hope it's okay for us to take up some of your space. It's fine, Archie. You can go ahead. Much appreciated, Innkeeper. Snowman! Can't I enjoy myself for a while, Una? Well, don't you look chipper. It's good to see you too, Una. Pardon, you can spare me the pleasantries. Long day? Nah, I was just never really into all this research mumbo-jumbo. I was surprised when I heard you volunteered for the research group. Ha! Your info-gathering game is getting weak, Innkeep. I just chose the activity that's the least hassle. Too much exercise isn't good for the retirement spirit. But I don't need to tell you that, do I? Before you get another word out of me, though, I'll need something to get my energy back. That whole frantic research atmosphere really tired me out. What is this voice that I've settled into all of a sudden? Oh, I'm gonna roll it. Something to bring your strength back. Got it. Strength. Could make a cursed coffee. That sounds lovely. So that's 3 attack, 1 dexterity, And 2 intelligence. Oh, that's what I did wrong on the last drink. I put in charisma. It didn't need charisma. Alright. Do 3 of this. Need that last one here on, do? Yum. And we've got the 1 charisma, so we just need 2 intelligence. Cursed coffee. Creature, what are you doing over there? Indoor cat, aka Rose, is up here causing trouble. You better be staying out of those Christmas presents. Ding. Here, for all that heavy-duty crocheting you're doing. Hold on, let me see if I can prop her over here. Yeah, you stay away from that bag with the tea and the honey in it. It's not for you. Eat your treats. I feel like I could crochet gloves for an entire army with this. You got some more adventures stashed away in those back rooms of yours? Just some more frantic researchers, I'm afraid. So what else have you been up to? Just making sure Grace and Scully don't work themselves into an early grave for the most part. Any news on that front? Hi. Are you in the mood to be underwhelmed? Listening to what my patrons want to share, whether good or bad, is a key part of my job. Spoken like a good little innkeep. As for their research, not many surprises there, to be honest. The damage that breaking the sigils did is pretty much irreversible, as expected. That teleportation spell Grace is looking into is also not getting any less dangerous. Even with all the modifications she's making, there's still a good chance of it backfiring. And by good chance, I mean like 70%. I mean, that's a good chance. That's a passing grade. What kind of backfiring are we talking about? Like everything blows up and fireworks and fun? Like killing you? Like killing you? Like killing you instantly. Exactly. No. I don't like where this conversation's going. Oh. How are Scully and Grace feeling about everything? They're taking it in stride, or they're just too stubborn to give up. I'm not sure. That sounds like them. What about you? Me? All of this must be pretty disheartening. I mean, not really. These kinds of doomsday scenarios just lose their impact after a while in this business. I've lived my life, I've made my choices. Now I'm just doing what I want, either way. If the end of days comes knocking and I'm on my porch crocheting and drinking, I'll have no regrets. But you're not on your porch. You're here, looking after the people trying to avert that doomsday scenario. Got nothing to say to that, do ya? Ugh, I can't believe I had to hear that from you. Leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I could offer you another drink to wash it down. No, thanks. Unfortunately, you've got a point. I guess I got swept up in all this a little. Sure is weird. What is? Caring. Not like I need to elaborate, preaching to the choir and all that. I don't know what you're talking about. Ha! Sure, whatever. Let me just ask you this. As you are, will you have no regrets when all of this is over? You couldn't just let me have the last word, huh? No way in earth. I'll leave you to contemplate that, I guess. Character information. For someone who initially didn't care about saving the world, she's actually quite involved now. Even though she denies that she cares, or that these doomsday scenarios scare her, seeing her actual emotions begin to shine through really makes me happy. I bet her autobiography will be an absolute page-turner. Are Melly and Archie here? In the back. I'll go see if the youngins need some company. Oh. Those are serious faces. Gravier. Greetings! I mean, good mythical afternoon, adventurers. Oh, those are not good faces. Except for you. That's just your face. Good afternoon, innkeeper. Does this afternoon seem mythical to you? It seems wet. Sorry about that. We didn't have much time to dry off before coming here. The floorboard should be able to endure it just this once. It's okay if you want to leave now, Baya. We all made it back safe. Okay. But please keep the blankets. I could make some soup. We should be good for now. Thanks, Baya. Where are you headed, Baya? The swamp. I want to talk to my friends. I see. Goodbye. Let a tree know if you need any more help. I will come. Stay safe, Baya. Spit it out already. You've been chewing on this ever since we escaped from that mountain. It's just, I feel bad, alright? So, had a good time? Read the room, innkeeper. My apologies. More importantly, have the others come back yet, innkeep? They haven't. It's a waiting game, then. Great, my favorite. Alright, innkeep, this is where ye come in with a drink. I'm gonna explode if we keep brooding like this. We're not that rogue, fella. And which of my drinks would be of aid? Not sure what could help soften the outcome of our quest, but maybe protection from disappointment? That might do. Certainly. I made a bad choice, didn't I? What else is good defense? Oh, first snow. Let's go with that one. So that's 3 defense, charisma, and dexterity. That'll do. 1, 2, 3. Need one more dexterity. First snow. Ding. That is so pretty. It matches the current tavern aesthetic. I hope your disappointment will be just a distant memory after this drink. Thanks. This takes the edge off. Didn't realize my shoulders were so tense this entire time. Can I offer you two a drink as well? I'm fine. For now. Count me in, innkeeper. I don't really want to think about it. But perhaps understanding where we failed wouldn't be a bad idea. Crap, I made the wrong choice, didn't I? I'll see what I can do. Ah, charisma. Let's go for 1,000 wins. That's what we wanted. No, I wanted intelligence. I'm dumb. I'm so dumb today. So we need charisma, dexterity, and intelligence. Okay, 1 more intelligence. We need 2 dexterity. 1 charisma. That is very pretty. Ding. This might be just what you're looking for to understand the meaning of everything. 42! The little nerdy references make me so happy. What? Weird. I don't know where that came from. But this is good. My synapses are firing at the speed of light. Here's my conclusion. We might be really, really thunder. Was it that bad? You don't even know the half of it. Wait, this can't just be it, right? Grace and the others should have figured something else out by now. You probably already have some quests in store for us. Plan C, D, and X? I'm sorry, Hex. Archie and Melly couldn't find any new leads. And Grace and Scully are still at it, but from what I've heard, they haven't found much either. That's Come on, innkeeper, stop joking around. I don't think this is very funny. Neither do I. Then what are we even doing here? What? If the innkeeper doesn't have any quests for us, why are we wasting time here? If you haven't noticed, the world might be ending soon. We failed to create the world-saving weapon. And now we're here to what? Have a nice chat? Oi, you're mighty close to overstepping there, wizard. Well, maybe someone needs to say it instead of just lazing around. Hex, sit your arse down. This is no time to lose your cool. We aren't just here to chat. Information about the group that went to the Twilight Chasm will reach us in first. At this point, we need to know their fate. It would be foolish to go running around without a plan. So, are we cool? I'm sorry. Not exactly a good look for a wizard to lose his head, is it? As long as you realize that yourself. While we wait for the others, I guess it's time for another story and keep. I'm looking forward to getting some context. Right. After our chat the other day, Kyle and I went to pick up Hex. We said goodbye to Kyle. He cried. Then he left for Morrow Castle. Soon after, Kara and Baya picked us up. They just stepped out of a tree right next to us. Baya was pretty excited to take us to the Highlands. Apparently, she's pen pals with the Yeti, and she'd never gotten the opportunity to visit. And then, whoosh! Whoosh! Yeah! 1 minute we're surrounded by nice lush woods, and then the next, vast mountains. Snow. A lot of snow. You guys suck at descriptions. Our journey to the Highlands was so fast it's barely noteworthy. It was impressive! I mean, sure, evocation is obviously the superior school of magic, but I suppose such a feat of conjuration was pretty cool, even though nothing blew up. And then you had to keep blabbing to Maya about it until we reached the village. Well, Grace would have killed me if I didn't ask for details. While the view was great, we were pretty disoriented. Even when we found the village Clay told us about, no one could point us towards the temple. Kara looked like she was getting ready to throw people around if they continued saying they couldn't help us. It was clear that no one there knew anything. Even though we still had no idea where to go, we left the village. That's when Baya let out this gut-wrenching scream. It sounded kind of like this. Okay. Thanks. I really appreciate you replicating that scream. But why? Hey, you guys insisted I tell the tale. Hi, Melly. Did someone die? Oh, hi, Lenny. Good to see you, Melly. No one died. Hex just got a little too excited. Oh my god, I just noticed up here there's a little snow hat. And these are poinsettias and there's a little bow around the tentacle. Ah! Okay. Whoopsies. I see. Well, make sure not to scream like that anymore, or no one will know when you really need a detective on the scene. After all, you don't want to be the next boy who cried detective. I'll keep that in mind. I'll go back to the board then. Okay, bye, Melly. So, Baya let out a scream. We had no idea why she did. Before she could explain, we heard some loud footsteps approaching. It was hard to see with the heavy snowfall, but a huge silhouette was making its way towards us. Oh, is it the Yeti? Kara almost tore into it as soon as it was close. But before we knew it, Baya rushed forward. I almost attacked Baya's pen pal. It was the Yeti. You actually met the abominable Yeti? Really nice fellow. Also pretty good with directions. They pointed us towards the temple. When they did, I noticed their well-crafted ring made of something like opal. Couldn't help but ask them about it. Turns out they got it from the temple. That really got the Yeti talking. We learned a bunch about the temple's jewelry-making business. And about how anyone approaching the stronghold unannounced would be seen as an enemy, which is a horrible way to run a business. The Yeti explained that only a select group of trusted people are allowed on the premise. They didn't want to help us get in, though. Something about getting their jewelry buying rights revoked. But at least we knew the way, and soon, with that invisibility finally kicking in, we saw it before us. Lo and behold, the Temple of Ur, where the flame of Leviathan is kept. Sounds blasphemous. The trek up there was brutal. It was so much walking, I thought my feet were going to fall off. It wasn't so bad, really. The winding path looked nice with all that sparkling snow. Sounds great to me. That's easy for you to say. You just vaulted right over all that rubble. Guess we did get to the gate eventually. It was closed, of course, a gigantic wet slab of stone in weathered condition. If there's one thing I know about... Pardon, sort of thing, it's that gates like this one are super inconvenient. Good thing we didn't want to waltz in through the main gate anyways. Now, with the invisibility effect from your drink still active, we started to check for any other points of entry. There was so much rubble, we figured there must have been somewhere for us to slip through. Well, there wasn't. And I was already starting to feel the itch of the invisibility wearing off. We were running out of time. Come on, tell the innkeeper what you decided to do next. We might have tried to scale the temple walls. We made it close to the top. Then the stone started to crumble right under our hands. Hex was the first to fall, but it didn't take long for us to follow. Though it's good to follow the wizard that can cast a spell to slow our descent rather than break our necks. And here I thought you guys just wanted a big group hug. If you want more group hugs, maybe cast that spell earlier than 5 feet before hitting the ground. Oh, sure. I'll try to practice spell casting while falling at terminal velocity more for next time. Well, you didn't manage it before we turned into a big puddle of adventure soup. If only we had managed to land literally anywhere else. I didn't even know creatures that big lived out there. Aye, me neither. Right next to us, where we had thought it was a snow-covered mountain, an eye as big as Care opened. It was the guardian of the temple. It slowly lifted its massive head, and we realized that mountain path we had been walking on earlier was no path, but the body of a quiver. Its snake body slowly unfurled from around the temple. While shaking the snow off itself, it revealed its pure white, iridescent scales. For a few moments, it just stared us down. The gigantic opal embedded between its eyes shone with every color imaginable. What I wouldn't have given to work with an opal of such fine quality. It's good to hear you guys had a mythical moment there, but I, for one, was worried about the overgrown snake with wings. Why do they keep giving me words I struggle to pronounce? I don't like this. The quiver unfurled its wings from the flying snake creature, unfurled its wings from where they had been tucked against its body and rose into the air. An attack position. I struck with such speed we only avoided it thanks to Care's quick reflexes when she pushed us into the snow. All I could think about was that I didn't want to fight it. When it was getting back into position for another strike, I screamed out our intentions out. I couldn't imagine the dragon's guardian would be indifferent to our objective. It didn't seem to care much about it, though. Or it didn't hear us. I didn't want to give up. We had to communicate with it in a way that it couldn't ignore. So we choreographed an expressionist dance. No. Not really. That would have been a lot funnier. In any case, instead of trying to fight it out, I told the others to get moving and get our message across by writing it in large letters in the snow. Ever try to stomp out letters while a giant reptile is attacking you, innkeeper? Heck of a core workout. I think I developed muscles where no muscles should ever develop. Watch out, you might become the first wizard to complete a push-up. And did it work? The push-up? No, the writing in the snow thing. Wasn't sure first. But when the attack stopped, I saw it looking intently at what we had written. Then it launched itself in our direction again, but instead of trying to attack us, it dove into the snow. The ground beneath us started shaking until all of us were suddenly lifted on top of its head. I thought we were sending the Tuat's realm for a second, not gonna lie. But instead, we just lifted higher and higher into the air. towards the temple. Soon we could see a tower emerging from the temple grounds. The guardian must have understood us after all, because it was taking us to the only place I could have imagined the flame to be. Soon we were close enough for us to jump down from the guardian, and then I saw the altar. Oh no. What did you see? That's the thing. We saw nothing. What do you mean, nothing? Nothing. No great flame of Leviathan. Just a devastated altar. And an empty basin where the flame should have rested. We were so foolish. The clues were already there when we approached the temple. All the rubble, the poor state of the building. The flame was extinguished during the flood, long before we ever set foot in the highlands. I should have known that an eternal flame was too good to be true. It was all such a waste of time. You can imagine our shock at what we saw in Keeper. The realization slowly began to settle in. There would be no way of forging that weapon. Nothing to wield against the necromancer. Up there at the altar, everything was so quiet. The priests hadn't reached us yet. There was just the sound of the wind and the crushing disappointment we were all feeling. The guardian didn't need to say a word. I understood it either way. Whatever emotions we were feeling, they couldn't compare to the grief in the guardian's eyes. Eventually, we were joined by some of the priests who confirmed what we had already surmised. They lost their main object of worship on the day of the flood. At least our disappointment was somewhat softened by the warm meal the priest offered us. I think they felt bad for us. There was community and shared grief. They were pretty interested in that sort of years as well. Considering everything we learned in the last few days, the minor divinity of it feels hardly noteworthy. I'll cherish it nonetheless. Maybe I'm also just glad that it'll remain a memento of my grandma. It was stupid to think I could try to rival her feats. No, it was not. But I didn't expect you to talk to those priests for so long. I'd never seen you so forthcoming before, Rhea. Ain't exactly every day you see that kind of smith and mastery on display. The jewelry those priests were decked out in was a wonder to behold. Straight dripping. Still no. Hacks? No. Thank you, Lynn. Please don't. Hey, you don't complain when Aniko says it. And Aniko's scary? That level of craftsmanship is to be expected of Earth's people, I guess. They were really generous as well. Practically forced those opals on you. And that blueprint. Ooh, opal, for my drink. You misunderstand that one, Karen. That was for ye. It's a sword blueprint that's been passed down since the conception of that temple. A form worthy of the dragon's might, as they put it. Gasp. Then they wasted it. I know you won't hear it now, but if you ever feel different, it would be an honor to forge it for ye. We eventually got ready to head back. I was worried about the lack of trees around us, but Baya seemed unbothered. We headed out to the courtyard where slowly but surely she grew a whole tree. Its branches were stark white and covered in gleaming leaves. I asked her afterwards what kind of tree it was, but she just replied that it was the dream of the soil. To know what that meant. That's kind of beautiful, actually. The priest looked very touched by its appearance. But we needed to be on our way, so into the tree we went. We stopped by Baya's and then headed over here. So that's that. Never such a depressing walk back to the tavern. I'm so sorry. I had a very long shift today, and I did not sleep last night. Oh, quit your yapping. You were going on and on about this all the way over here, too. That's easy for you to say. After all, you got those gems. Great for your stupid competition. Some of us were a bit put off by the quest failing. Why don't you just come out and say what your problem is? My problem is that you're acting like everything's fine. Oh, Jesus. Oh, dear. Did it stop? Seems like it. Is everyone okay? More or less. Yeah. What about Melly and the others? I'll go. Alright. Thanks, Ria. I'll take my leave. We told our story. There's no other reason for me to stick around. Oh, don't get your panties in a bunch. I know this is a hard time for all of us, but I need to check on Grace. Goodbye, Hex. It's getting late. There's always a room for you upstairs if you get tired, Lynn. Oh my goodness, I just saw the garland. Oh, that's so fun. Right next to my #1 innkeeper mug. It's fine. I'll keep you company. Things must be really dire if you're offering that. What do they say? Desperate times call for desperate measures. Last dawn. Oh, God. Welcome back. Clay's mad. He who will not be named is crying. Jake could care less. Ooh, she's mad too. Keep it. Okay, silence. Oh, she's crying. Wait. Where's Thea? Where are the others? And Nico's outside trying to calm Void down. I forgot about them too. Okay, so Nico's fine, Void's fine. Where's my priestess? We didn't want him to throw up in your tavern. Did he have a panic attack? That was at Tia, not Thea. Tia isn't giving him too hard time about it. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, I really like Tia. No. She isn't, right? No. Where is she then? Gone. She's gone. No! I liked her. Oh, you guys had friendship. Damn. She left? Oh my God, innkeeper, get it. No, she's dead. Tia can't be dead. Stop joking around. This isn't funny. She can't be dead. You're right. She's way too stubborn to die. Well, she did. I'm sorry. That's awful. Yeah, you don't have to tell us that. Is anyone else? No. We got away just in time. That's good. What about Fable? Did you see them there in the chasm maybe? No. We didn't find them, though. What? I found a bunch of broken arrows not too far from the portal. They were all engraved with pretty flowers. I think they were there. They just didn't come back. Oh my God. I hope they're okay. Maybe with the drink they would have been okay. Yeah, lay on the guilt, Clay. What do you mean? You didn't make him a drinking keep? We had a bit of a fight. So you willfully endangered them? I had hoped it would stop them from going. Nothing could ever stop Fable from helping people, you idiot. I realize that now. You should thank the dragons I care more about my friend's eardrums than I care about yelling at you. I already regret it well enough, don't you worry. You better if anything happened to them. If they end up like Alethea, I know. Me too. We shouldn't have left without her. Her body wasn't exactly cooperative. We couldn't have taken it with us if we tried. Don't call her that! What? An it. Clay. He's right. Have some respect. I'm just saying. Well, stop saying it. All right, you three, calm down. No need to spill more blood. Please, tell us what happened. What does it matter? We abandoned her. That's what happened. We didn't do that. We sure abandoned the world. Our angel would be disappointed in us. It's not like we had much of a choice. You would say that, wouldn't you? What's that supposed to mean? You always run. Of course you wouldn't choose anything else. I ran because I have something to get back to, Clay. So did she. Okay, how about a drink for calming all this nerves? No. Time and place. I'll take one. I need to tell you what happened after all, even though I'd rather wouldn't. Got anything to make that easier? I'm running out of secrets, though. Don't worry, there's no need for trading today. I don't have anything to wash away the regret. But maybe I can get you something to make the words flow easier. Damn. No, we're just gonna go with the usual. I don't feel creative right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Attack. A little defense. I knew I wouldn't be able to avoid every character death. Still, why her? Here. Thanks for this little taste of normalcy. I know it's your favorite, isn't it? So I don't really know what to ask. Did you stop him? No. Oh. Thunder! He was faster than us somehow. Melly and Baya drew us a map to the portal so we could get there quickly, but when we arrived, we found a note stapled to a tree. It read, "If you value your lives, go home." He knew you were coming? Apparently, Jade and Tia argued about what to do, but we didn't exactly have a lot of options. So we went after him, right into the Twilight Chasm. It was... Calling it the realm of nightmares seems like an understatement in retrospect. Wouldn't have made it without Voy. And Tia's light. We ran into the necromancer on his way back. Didn't even catch him before he got to Ur. He looked unharmed. It's ridiculous how easy it must have been for him. In his hands, he held an axe shaped like a dragon's talon, pulsating with magical energy. It was smaller than I thought it would be. Magic weapons tend to be size adjustable. Oh, right. Maybe we would have stood a chance if we hadn't walked right into a cluster of nightmare creatures. I thought maybe they'd be a good distraction for him too, but the necromancer called on them for aid in the chasm's tongue. Boy said he promised them freedom and endless nightmares. And just like that, they sided with him, and we were up against a necromancer, a god's axe, and a horde of monsters. We thought we were well protected. The frost armor, it helped at first, kept the creature's sharp claws at bay, but whenever the necromancer got close to one of us, he cast some sort of modified fire spell first thing. It melted our armor and most of our defenses. At least we were fast enough to avoid most of the attacks thrown at us. Guess I was right about the speed. It doesn't feel that good, though, without Tia here to hear my "I told you so." The fire must have been difficult for you, Dave. It was. I managed not to get caught in it. Till we were pushed to the edge of the Twilight Chasm, back to the portal we had entered from. That's where he was heading, too, back towards Gaia. The others had already been pushed out by the nightmare creatures, but I was still in his way. When his fire magic hit me in the chest and I stumbled backwards, falling onto the jagged ground, I froze. I wish I hadn't, but fear took hold of me and I couldn't move. I lay there, charred, bleeding, terrified, and he just looked at me. I thought, this is it. It's over. I'm going to abandon Melly after all. And then after what felt like an eternity, he just walked away through the portal, left me there, alive. I scrambled after him, of course, after I regained my senses. I don't know why he spared me. Maybe he briefly remembered he has a thunder heart. Maybe. Doesn't matter, I guess. When I charged back into the fight, it looked even worse than it had moments ago. Every time a monster went down, he just brought them back up. Couldn't break through. Couldn't even get close to him until Clay cut down 4 of them at once, and T was quick enough to take advantage of the opening. Suddenly, she was face to face with the necromancer, fighting him one-on-one. Right in the middle of the moon pools, under Cassiopeia's light. It's true, you know. You can see all 7 of the moons reflected in their clear waters at once. It would have looked beautiful if it hadn't been for all the blood. I tried to get to her and help, but I kept getting swarmed. Tia's blood is gold. Did you know that? No, and I wish I didn't know. Yeah, me too. I'll spare you all the details. She fell and he struck her again and again until she stayed down. And then, he brought her back. Her body, that is. Our Tia wasn't in there anymore. She would never have fought Clay willingly. That sick bastard. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was trying to get to him, but she just wasn't letting me through. And I couldn't hurt her. She's my best friend. We kept trying to fight, kept trying to channel our anger into victory against him. But I couldn't stop thinking about who was going to end up with empty eyes next. When I heard Clay scream after Tia cut through his shoulder, I had to do something. So I yelled out for all of us to run. And Nico pulled Voyeur, clearing a path for us to escape, and I tried to pull Clay away from Tia, away from his death. He's much stronger than me, though. So I called out to Jade for help. For the record, I think we're cowards for leaving, but Tia would have beaten my ass if I'd let Clay die. It was the right decision. You decided to save each other. Tia would have been proud of you. I don't know about that, but at least we're alive. At least you're alive. Okay, hold up. I need to look something up. Was this my fault? I need to know right now. Just hold for a second. Okay, I did look it up, and unfortunately, so if you want to play this game, fair warning, her death is unavoidable. The dialogue just changes depending on what choice you make. Same for the other quests. They were both doomed to fail no matter what. That doesn't exactly make me feel better, though. Jade helped me put Clay away from the fight, and we ran. We ran and we ran until Void collapsed, and when he got back up, we made our way to your tavern. Now we're here. I'm glad you all made it back, but I'm sorry you had to go through all that. Why did we have to? Why didn't Cassiopeia save us? Save her. The dragons are neutral. The dragons are thunder. Sure are. The real thunder is the madman who killed her. We have to go back. I don't think that's a good idea, bud. We have to retrieve her body. He can't have her. Now he can use her to navigate that stupid portal, and she would hate that. She would hate being turned into another monster he can use. If we can't get her back, we at least have to bring her here to give her a proper burial. We can't do that, Clay. We don't even know where they are right now. If we had stayed, we might. But we didn't. Thanks to you. Hey, Clay. You're having some big feelings. Don't take that on Dave. But it is what it is, right? You say we can't go back, so we can't change anything. We screwed up. We played right into his hands. All this power and strength and magic, and we didn't change anything. Hold on. I'm sure you did your best. What's the point of doing that if it doesn't save anyone? I can't even feel her anymore. The bracelets, it's just empty. There's just an absence where Tia should be. I feel like if we had just done something different, if I hadn't been so stubborn, I don't know if you could have changed anything. Why do you sound so sure of that? I think the necromancer, I think he heard everything. What you planned, I mean. How can that even be possible? After you left, the jack dart near my window. I think it was a spy. It heard everything. What? How does that even happen? How did you not notice that? I don't know. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is it's not your fault the plan failed. He outsmarted us. All of us. So there's nothing we could have done. That can't be right. What's the point of all this then? If he knows everything, then we might as well give up. He has Ur's axe. He has an army of nightmare creatures and more. And she's gone. The only person who'd know what to do is gone. And we don't have a magic greatsword either. You've got to be kidding me. What? Magic flame was put out by the flood. Thunder! So we lost. It's over. Not yet. He hasn't won yet either. Even if it feels like he has. We're still here so we can fight. We can still stand in his way. Hope will only abandon us if we let it. You're right. Us giving up, that's not what she would have wanted. What she would have wanted was to live, to get a chance to be more than some pointless martyr. I want her back. Clay. No! I don't want to hear anything else from you. You didn't even notice a spying bird in your tavern. Or maybe you did. Who knows? You're dishonest with us all the time. Do you even really care about any of this? Ooh, of course I care. I care more than you could ever imagine. I wish I could bring her back to you, Clay. Well, can you? No. What help are you then? Screw this. I'm done hearing excuses, and I'm done pretending we'll make it through this. Clay, please stay. Oh, this is getting heavy. Can I have one of those drinks now? Don't want to go after him. If I was him, I'd kill all of us, so no. What kind of drink do you want? I don't know, something fast maybe. Didn't help with the fight, but it might help my stomach. It's worth a shot, I guess. Ooh, dexterity, dexterity. Oh. That would be dark. This one's better. I like this one. Okay. This'll do. I want a nice cozy hot chocolate. Ding! Fast and quick. Just how I like it. Actually, I think I gave you invisibility, not haste. What kind of drinks did she like? Defense all the way. Adds up. Oh! What? This does not look good. Act 4 of the wake. What time is it? No, I don't want to leave that there. That's too dark. Absolutely not. God, that's so sad. Alright, no, we can keep going. Keep pushing. Someone should go after Clay at some point. We'll need his help. We don't have time to let ourselves fall apart right now. Easy for you to say. You weren't there. Carolyn's right. We'll have time to feel defeated once we're dead. Right now, all is not lost. Not yet. Sure, it's just a bit hard to buy this never give up thunder right now. If you know how to salvage all this, feel free to share with the class. I'm serious. I won't even roll my eyes at any heroic speeches right now. Yeah, I figured. So what? Do you just want to give up? I don't know. Clay was right. It's getting pretty hard to see the point. That's exactly what got us into this mess to begin with. What? Your failure? No. This thunder ambivalence. Ha! I think you guys might need to take a good hard look at reality. I don't like betting on losing horses. Course? Did enough pro bono today? How much will it cost to get you interested again? Oh, you can thunder right off. Ulyssia? What's up, Dave? Think this through. What would you even do? Where would you go? Don't patronize me for trying to save myself. Dave's right. There won't be anywhere to go soon. I don't want to hear it, Innkeeper. What do you even know? All you do is sit here and watch everything fall apart around you. Don't you dare lecture me on this. I don't think that's very fair of you to say. You really want to talk about fair? Must be easy, huh? All up on your high horse watching us struggle every day. And all you can spare is some half-assed commentary and a few pleasantries. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you mercenaries cared so much. Well, I got there in the end. Did you? Should have figured. Explains why that bird spying on us all this time was just a footnote for you. Hey, you always go on and on about your responsibilities as an innkeeper. How is it your duty to serve anyone that walks through those doors? If that necromancer Thunder walked in here, would you offer him an ear and listen to his story? Would you serve Tia's murderer a drink with the same smile like you do for us? Hey, maybe he'd bring her corpse along. Good thing you already know what drink to serve her. That's cruel. Why are you defending her? You should be just as pissed off as me. That elf is gone because she couldn't get over her own ego, right? For all we know, Fable could be dead in a ditch somewhere. We wouldn't know. My drinks aren't miracle tinctures. They can't move mountains. But they could provide the edge between life and death, couldn't they? And you decided to refuse them that help because you were petty. Not like it matters now. Don't talk like Fable's already dead. Maybe you should have thought hard before letting Fable walk away like that. What happened to believing in them? If there's even a chance they might come back, I'll keep these tavern doors open. Good to know you seem to have somewhat of a heart. Whatever. Whatever? Oh, also, why is Dave the one defending us? I feel like he liked us the least in the beginning. I don't know what else you want me to say. Just try to say something that doesn't make it sound like you've already given up. Like you didn't give up the moment things turned rough in the chasm. That was different. People were dying. A lot of people will die soon because we ran. So unless you have some big idea for how to fix this world. Oh, I know. You can just set up another hit, Dave. That way someone else can take care of your problems again. It just won't be me this time. Innkeeper, Carolyn, it's been real. Or not. But risking Clay's temper seems more meaningful than sitting here. So goodbye. She does have a point, doesn't she? I don't know what to do anymore. On our way back from the Highlands, I was thinking, I could just go see my family. But would I even reach them before the sun sets for the last time? I could have tried. Instead, I'm here. Not sure why. There must be something left to do. Maybe if we have the element of surprise, with your sword we might... No, this sword can't save the world. And neither can I. Ooh, rough day. Fable, but what happened? You... Girl! Am I seeing things? Fable? Hello, everyone. Greetings, adventurer. Welcome back. I'm back. Somebody pinched me. Ow! I said pinch, not punch, Carolyn. That wasn't a punch. I'll show you. Wait! It's really me. Even though I do look a little different. Is it weird? No, it suits you. Looking badass, Elfie. Thanks. I like it too. I like the horns. They look very, horn-y. Nope, that sounds wrong. Let me try again. Take your time. They are very pretty, beautiful, effervescent. Do you need one of your own drinks, innkeeper? Well, what I really want to say is... I'm so glad you're okay, Fable. And I'm happy you're back. I'm really happy to see you as well, innkeeper. And there's so much for all of us to talk about. Wait, before that, First and foremost, I want to say that I'm truly sorry. I should never have refused to make you a drink, no matter what insecurities I was dealing with. I should have never let them get in the way of keeping you safe. I made it back, didn't I? And I thank the dragons for that. But I still ended up acting like a giant hypocrite. None of my encouragement was ever given in falsehood, yet learning to trust in the abilities I knew you had, it was hard to trust you while the worry for your well-being was eating me whole. The worry of losing a friend. Don't you mean regular? No, you're my friend. If you'll still have me. You know, I thought a lot about our last conversation. I was upset at first, but most of all, I was afraid. Afraid that we'd never talk again. I didn't even know if I ever wanted to come back to this tavern. Maybe the me from a few weeks ago would have just stayed away, but you're important to me too, Keep. And I wanted to be brave for the both of us. So I came back here to hear you out. And I'm happy I did. Glad you're both finally able to resolve this. That conversation must have really eaten to your account for the day, Innkeeper. Worth it. But yes, you'll have to carry me from here on out, Dave. I'll try my best. Oh, right. Guys, we don't have time to chat. There's this necromancer that stole Ur's axe. I don't know who he is or what he wants to do with it, but we have to stop him. Oh, Fable. Why are you guys looking at me like that? It might be good to get everyone up to speed. You go first, Fable. You got us at the edge of our seats. Well, as you know, I was searching for Melly around the portal of the Twilight Chasm. I couldn't find any clues, not with the devastation left behind after the flood. And then a thought struck me. What if Melly was pulled into the portal by the waves? That would have been a nightmare. Literally. And even if I could swear I saw the shadows around the portal moving, or the fact that it's the entrance to the plane called the Nightmare Realm, I couldn't just abandon my friend, so I went through the portal. How did that go for you? To be honest, I barely remember what happened when I first went through. The distorted landscape, the giant gangly creatures roaming around, my heart was beating out of my chest. All my blood was in my ears again. Eventually, I found an alcove that gave me some shelter, but I just couldn't stop freaking out. In my blind panic, I had run so far away from where I entered that the chance of finding any traces of Melly was almost zero. So what did you do next? I must have fallen asleep. What? Excuse me? Well, all that running and worrying got me so exhausted, I must have just passed out. It was weird falling asleep in such a strange place. I couldn't remember any dreams afterwards. just this sense of disquiet and unease. But when I woke up, the twilight chasm looked different to me. It didn't scare me so much anymore. Moreover, I felt almost melancholic as I regarded its deep purple horizons. And suddenly, close to my alcove, where spiky mountains split the sky, I saw entrances to tunnels that hadn't been there before. My curiosity got the better of me, and I ventured inside. The deeper I went, the more I started seeing veins of precious stones lining the walls. Soon the tunnel widened into a huge cave. And I mean, it was huge, gigantic. I wasn't even able to see the ceiling anymore. Turns out somehow I had stumbled from the twilight chasm into the center of the plane, not the dragon, but in front of me was the sleeping form of the elder dragon themselves, looking more awake than they should have been. I can only guess that the water covering the floor must have roused them. The flood had even managed to reach Ur's cavern. You mean the dragon that, if ever woken too early, will bring about the end of everything, was awake? Yes. Great. Another apocalypse. Do we get double points for a combo? Wait. I haven't finished my tale yet. But you're right, it didn't look good, especially when the necromancer appeared. I hid behind a formation of stalagmites as soon as I noticed him. Something about his presence and armor seemed off. He was followed by a couple of undead creatures dressed in farmer's clothing. I was still debating whether to reveal myself or not when he began to cast a strange spell. A green mist started to coalesce around Ur's head. Then their eyes flew fully open. I was stunned when I saw their gaze. Their presence had suddenly become stifling. Whatever strange visions the mist revealed seemed to enrage them. Their roar must have shaken the whole plane. But while Ur was distracted, the necromancer tried to retrieve their fabled axe, wrapped in their tail. It was a gut feeling, but I couldn't just let him take that axe. I had to stop him. But as he took hold of the large weapon, he turned to look right at me. My legs felt like goo. I was shaking so bad it was hard to draw breath. I knew at that moment, should I try to fight him, I would die. It was by pure luck that, in that moment, Ur shook off the mist and lunged for the intruder. The undead creatures used their bodies to shield him, shattered upon impact with Ur's claws. While the necromancer cast the same smith spell again. The spell connected with ease, giving him the precious seconds he needed to escape. For a while, nothing happened. There was just silence. I think desperation made me brave, or blind to consequences, but I could hesitate no longer. That necromancer was to use that axe for evil while I had the chance to stop him and didn't. So I abandoned my hiding spot and ran towards Ur, begging them for help. You just asked the elder dragon for help? Yes. Seemed like my only option at the time. How'd they answer? With a riddle. It went something like this. Gems and jewels I create, yet my most precious treasure I still await. Sought by many, found by the lucky. It blessed the oldest and youngest before it struck me. No mortal stands against it, an immortal's delight. So close to death, unseeing, you find. What little mortal do I seek? I was never good at riddles. Prefer a more hands-on approach. Just admit you don't have the patience. We have that in common. To be honest, I could barely think past all the emotions warring within me. So I just said the first thing in my mind. I told them how much I didn't want to answer a riddle just then. Saving people shouldn't depend on getting a riddle right. And if Ur wanted something in the first place, maybe they shouldn't speak in riddles. And communicate clearly instead. Wow, you said that to their face? I got caught up in the moment. Seemed to surprise them, judging by the rumbling chuckle they let out. Eventually, Ur told me that all they wanted to do was fall back asleep. So I pulled out my lute and played Ur, the elder dragon, a lullaby. Just as I could see their eyes starting to droop, they lifted one gigantic talon to my forehead. A strange heat ran through my body, and a floating orb of blinding blue fire appeared in front of me. It was so warm and kind. It tickled my nose, and when I couldn't hold in my laughter any longer, I accidentally ate it. Before I could panic about wasting Ur's gift, their gaze let me know that everything was fine. That their flame would stay with me from then on, and that this strength was their boon to me, to this world. The makeover was included, I guess. And that's all there is to it, really. I think that was plenty. That's astonishing. It's not like I did anything special. Anyone in my position would have done the same. Liar. No, I think this has Fable written all over it. I did forget to bring a cool trinket back for you. I think you brought back something a lot more important. Hope. Oh! Elfie, are you saying you can actually produce dragonfire now? I think so. I practiced recreating the orb on the way here, but I still have a long way to go. Ha! I feel like I'm missing some context here. Later. I need to get Rio right now. Rumor unlocked. Friendly fire. That was fast. To reach to it, one has to go through a number of overly complicated rituals. Good thing no cleric would ever aim something like that. Oh, this is the new one. Fable has returned from their encounter with a mysterious ability, the power to recreate dragonfire. Hope is rekindled at last. Can't blame her. I heard you might have some dragonfire for me sword. Good thing you back in one piece, Fable. Good to be back in one piece. So, what's the situation? Is there a new plan? Yes. Maybe. We'll need to figure out the details. But it's fair to say we've been given another shot. Right. If there's any smithing to be done, you know I'm with ye. How long do you think you'll need to reforge the sword? That blueprint from the Highlands? It'll go a lot quicker. Maybe it's the opals they gave you. That might be helpful. I don't know why, but I feel. I'm confident I'll be able to make a darn fine sword. I'll be ready before sunrise. Got no time to waste. Right. I'd still really like to know what we can't waste time on. Let's discuss it with the others. Melly is a lot better at explaining this kind of stuff. She's safe? Yes, she's safe. Innkeep, I trust you have some quests locked and loaded for us top of the morning? Of course. Guess we'll see you tomorrow, Innkeeper. Whew. Rest well, everyone. We've only got 3 strangers come to down. And fight of hopes and dreams. All might seem lost, but the fight is not over yet. Quasar can still be stopped at the aperture. He's in the possession of the draconic weapon. But so are we. Thanks to Fable and the newly obtained Dragonfire, we were able to forge a weapon to withstand his evil powers. That's it. That sounds like the final quest. Oh, that was a rough day. Rough day at the end. The House of Hope. Alright, that's where I'm going to leave this episode. Lot of things happening. A lot of big feelings. I'm definitely going to need to process everything that happened. I'm sure you guys will too. So until next time, guys. Make good life choices. And don't lose hope. Bye.